Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a very long, outstanding video or any contribution from my side into the social media, but this summer's been really busy and in a good way. Just been a lot of trips and other stuff around. Um, well, um, the trip to West Coast for people who are following me on Facebook or other ways. It was an awesome trip. For any light aircraft pilot, I guess it's one of those top bucket list items to fly across the continent or across the country. So I've done East Coast to Toronto many times, and it's pretty much a flat land, similar scenery, similar stuff. It's still beautiful though. But going west from Toronto all the way to Pacific Coast was such a dream. And it all happened with one phone call from Mr. J, who bought ICP Savannah, which we will refer to as C-I Nor, being the call sign for the aircraft. Um, he called me. He bought this plane from just north of Toronto, Midland. For the guys who are familiar, that's where the Zen Air factory is or was. And he had a couple pilots lined up to take his new to him airplane from Midland all the way to Squamish in BC. So Squamish is just about an hour north of Vancouver, right on the ocean. So somehow between the time, the weather, those pilots that he lined up were not available. So he got my number from someone at Midland. Thanks, Wayne, if you're watching, and called me and told me the situation. So, considering the time I had, and it was basically a very narrow, good weather window to depart the Toronto area or southern Ontario, because after that, we were going to be stuck with bad weather for a good at least 10 days. So, between the call from Jay and saying, I need a pilot, and me committing that okay, I'll take it to Winnipeg, and then from Winnipeg he thought that his other pilot's ready. So, anyways, long story short, so between his call where I said yes to our departure was less than 24 hours. So there was a whole lot of planning that happened, and that planning just involved more of flying, fuel stops, plan A, plan B's, diversions, and whatnot. So there was no real good time for me to prep for anything to put on the social media. No cameras, no microphone and stuff. So I didn't carry anything. I apologize for that, but I'll try to share whatever I can. This video is going to be like a compilation of small videos that I took over time, over the trip, and it may be a longer one, so I might stretch it. I might break into part one, part two, part three, or part one and part two. For those who know, so my commitment was to Winnipeg, so that was going to be one video, but then from Winnipeg the things changed, which I'll cover in the next video, and we got out and made this trip. So this video is going to be just compilation of those small videos and some photographs, which basically they don't do justice, but you cannot get the real scale of being at that location. I mean, it's massive. The scenery is beautiful, but I try to capture as much I could with my cell phone camera. So I'm not going to hold you long. Let's get to the video, and I'll catch you at the end. Well, here's a quick snapshot of the route we took from Toronto all the way to Vancouver. Hello guys, welcome back. Again, this is May 25th, 2024, and here we are with ICP Savannah, and the destination is Winnipeg. Right now we're at Midland, Ontario, just waiting for the weather to clear up a bit. We're gonna get our gear in it and head up to Winnipeg. So I just thought I'll give you a quick intro, and we'll see you later. Well, here's a quick departure photo. Me and Jay just posing with the C-I Nor. Here's a quick sneak peek at the aircraft. So again, ICP Savannah with the Rotax 100 under the cowl. Amphi floats. Reasonable comfy seats. We got what we need to fly, most of it. There we go. We are at Collingwood. So that was a very long haul, about 20 minutes of flight. And we got stuck with this weather system. I'm not sure if the microphone's picking the rain sound, but it's just pouring. And we decided to wait here until the system passes, and hopefully we'll continue our journey to Winnipeg. Obviously, after the weather cleared, this was just us crossing over Bruce Peninsula, so that takes us over to Manitoulin Island, and Gorby is our first stop after, and it's right on Manitoulin. Just got down at Gorby. It's an airport right on a big island called Manitoulin Island, and we just got out. Gonna run for the washroom quick. That's the original Gorby terminal building. The new one is just, I guess it's just finishing touches going on. It's under construction. And we just stopped for some go-go juice for the plane. So we're gonna fuel it up, empty our tanks, and hopefully this weather system is gonna creep out, and so we can do our next leg. But at this moment, this is where we are. Oh, just a glimpse of Canadian Shield or Northern Ontario. It's just all trees and lakes and trees and lakes. Here's a first view of the Wawa airport, calling it a day. Here we are, end of day one. We just landed at our final destination of the day, Wawa, Ontario. It's been a long day, but finally the weather kind of has got a little better and helped us make it to this. I'm a little tired, you can tell, in my slur. It's a nice little airport. Cool helicopter. There's our little bird. Oh, I didn't mean that bird. Yeah, and we'll just go to the hotel, spend the night, and hope for a nice fresh start tomorrow. Wawa being a mining town, there's a lot of remnants of these old mining equipment and farm equipment around the town. Such a cool fire truck. Must have been really nice in its heydays. Here's the Wawa Welcome Center. We landed, put the plane away. Where is it? It's somewhere there, right between the trees there. And we just noticed this was, I think this is a tourist information center. They have cool things here. And there's this mama bird there. So anyways, we're just gonna walk, and then the hotel is supposed to be 5 minutes that way, so we're just gonna walk down to the hotel, tuck in for the night. See you guys in the morning. Here's a closer view of the Mama Goose, and she's overlooking this nice scenery. There's a lake, mountains, and our favorite Trans-Canada, the Lifeline, just passing by. For a little town of Wawa, this is pretty neat. We checked in this hotel, and pretty much walkable from the airport, and they have a bar and a restaurant here, and it's actually pretty neat. So I just thought I'll give you guys a little glimpse of it. And here's the owner and my pilot in command for the Savannah that we're flying, the C-I Nor. Yeah, you can say hi, Jay.
Hey guys.
Good early morning, May 26th. It's about 7:30 a.m. I think. We just got to the airport. It's Sunday, so there was basically a request number and a call out for getting the fuel and all that, and this airplane prefers the MOGAS anyways, so last night we requested one of the lady there at the hotel, and she said she'll come in the morning with the gas cans and give us a ride to the airport, so that's where we are. But it's a beautiful morning. It looks like we got some company last night there. But the plan today is to fuel up, get going, and Thunder Bay would be the first leg. I'll keep you posted, but that's potentially the first leg, and then we'll see if we can make it to Winnipeg tonight. Again, weather dependent conditions, so I'll keep you guys updated. A good shot of Marathon Airport. We just flew by and then had to turn around because of fuel and weather. It was so cool to see this AG land and fuel up and go with the terminal building in the background. There we go. We had to do our fuel critical diversion to Marathon, so we went and we were under the cloud layer, so we just came back, and there's a cool air tractor coming into land. Marathon, somewhere on the tip of the big lake, so that's where we ended up coming back to, because you can see the clouds behind, so we were kind of scud running to a point, so we decided to come back because we didn't have enough fuel with the headwinds to make it to Thunder Bay, which is the only next stop with nothing in between. So we came back, and here's the fun adventure. We're just going to walk to the gas station there and see if we can figure out some sort of cans and stuff to bring some gas. Heard a lot about these little towns, and it's just amazing how little they are as compared to the big cities we'll live in. This is one photo where I can tell the photo does not do justice. Those are massive islands right in a big lake. Typical northern Ontario scenery, trees and lakes and trees and lakes. So glad to have floats under us. These are old copper mines, now filled up with water, but again, if you look closely, those are massive cliffs. Time for a photo shoot while we were waiting for the guy to come and give us some fuel. Atikokan, that's where we are. We landed here. We had to call the airport services to come and give us some fuel. So here's the I-Nor being fueled up, and welcome to Kenora. So here we are, Kenora Airport, pretty much on the border of Ontario and Manitoba. Hopefully the last stop before our final destination. We might actually do it tonight. So we just landed here, beautiful airport. Actually got a control tower. So you got a Yip Yap, the dam, and yeah, beautiful airplanes here. So all right, I thought I'll give you guys a quick update of where we are. It's all about service, so the truck comes and fuels us up. We'll see if we can get something to bite quick. Almost in a starving mode, but after that we're just up towards Winnipeg. Here's a better shot. Kenora International Airport. It's a fancy place. We get in here, arrivals, whatever, you go inside, and it's pretty neat. There's Mr. J paying for the fuel. This is actually like a airport building. I like the cool airplanes hanging up there. Departure lounge. Maybe I should just go sleep in there for a bit. It's amazing how the scenery changes from that harsh Ontarian terrain to flatlands of the prairies, and this is our first glimpse of Winnipeg downtown, right in the middle. I was expecting a little big sign and a big building for Harv's here, but that's all you get, guys. Well, if you stuck with the video till this point, thanks for watching. Again, we made it to Winnipeg as per our plan, and put the plane away. You know the drill. Hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't, and don't forget to put comments, because I would love to build up on your comments and make improvements for future videos, if that will help. And thanks again. You guys have been quite a support for this trip, and love sharing my experience with you. You have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one.